Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name's Josh. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing swell, because I'm doing swell. Although my allergies are the fall allergies are kicking in, and oh my gosh. I don't know if you could see that, but dang, I have a weeping eye. The weeping eye. Just thinking of a movie. Anyway. Today we're talking about Gypsy Rose. Some people have been asking me to cover her again and do a little follow-up, but she did a cooking video. I don't understand how a murderer can have I understand it now. Because yesterday I did a video on a woman who literally went to a baby's funeral and said, rest in pussy. Okay? So yeah, I can understand why people are famous. But like murderers? Really? Anyway, we're going to spin the old wheel, do a little dancey dance because it is Friday. Someone's going to win a prize. Every single person is on this wheel. Any member, any tier, because I didn't do it at the last Friday, so I'm going to do it here. I'm going to spin it twice. 2 prizes are going out.
Yeah, baby.
They got their own beds. Gus took the new one. June gets the old one. I guess that's how it works. Edward Zadge. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, baby.
So good. And Esther W. If your name showed up here, reach out to Josh at thedadchallengepodcast.com with your shirt size and your address, and I'm going to hook you up. Let's get to it. Gypsy Rose's channel is not actually being tracked yet for some reason. And it has 64,000 subscribers, 11 videos. So I can't see what kind of money she's making. But I can see here that she posted... she gets a little over... Well, I'm pregnant with 538,000 views and then nothing after that. So she doesn't make a ton of money. I don't know if she does... She probably does way less on here, more on TikTok, but we're doing this Cook With Me for Ken video. Apparently it's hilarious, and we got to make fun of her because she's a murderer. Okay? All right? Shall we? Honestly, she's not getting a lot of love, though. I got to give it to people out there. She's not getting a ton of love. She's not being like, oh, you're such a good person. Nobody's saying that. Like, nobody. Like, if you look at the comments on this video, I should download it. Girl straight up lied, then showed that you lied. Like... Ken doesn't look happy or genuine in this video. Someone give this girl an Oscar. Bust out laughing when she starts that fake crying BS. You're in love, honey, but he isn't. He doesn't want you. He wants what money you've got until you're irrelevant, and then he'll go back to his boyfriend. That's his boyfriend. Is he gay? You and Ken were robbed of a real relationship. You murdered your mother. Okay, like, again, there's no good comments. She's out there creating rage bait, hate bait, because she gets paid for it. And, like, again, like a lot of creators do this, they've decided to go the route of being villains on the internet, and it pays them well, generally. I don't know what she has on TikTok, but let's take a look. So it's Gypsy Rose Media. Holy, 10 million subscribers. So, yeah, she makes money on here. She makes money. This last weekend was the Blanchard family reunion. Minus the mother. It was wonderful to meet everyone and learn about our family history. We spent the weekend at the lake where everyone was having fun and enjoying our time together. However, our union was constantly being interrupted and invaded by people wanting to invade our space and privacy, circling our campsite with cameras and phones. Girl, you chose this life. Don't go to the family reunion if you don't want people out there recognizing you. You could just have walked away and not been on the internet. You literally killed your mother. Look, I know she's a victim as well, but she killed somebody. Helped... Was it second degree? Was it something like that? She went to jail for it. Okay? She was a convicted murderer. So just walk away. When you got out of prison, you should have walked away and tried to live a normal life. Okay? Instead, she got right to TikTok and YouTube and made videos. That's what this world has come to. And is successful at it, by the way. Not just tried, is successful at it. Because 10 million people will stan a murderer for some reason. It's insane to me. I know a lot of it is people just hate watching and wanting to leave hate negative comments. How does this, like, even if she wasn't a murderer and famous for that, who the hell's watching this? Anyway, here's another video for cooking, apparently. 18 minutes long. I don't like this sweet voice, too. It's like, it gets me. It's like the Micah Stoffer. Hey, everybody, today we're going to look at my house. It's not how you talk. You're a murderer.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, murderer.
Tonight I am cooking dinner for Ken.
Oh my God, Ken, and I have these shitty meatballs. Ken, hear me out, bro. I don't know who you are or anything like that, but she went to jail for murder, so maybe just get her to eat a bite before you do, if you know what I'm saying.
This is the first time that I will be cooking a dinner for him.
Oh my God, you're cooking on your stove from 1937?
Actually, he's the one that's always cooking for me. So he is at work right now, and he does not know that I am planning this romantic dinner today.
Is that what you call this? Again, dude. If I was married to a murderer or whatever, okay, ain't no way I'm eating anything or walking near stairs with her or, you know, taking anything she gives me or sleeping in the same room. I'd have my own room with a door lock, alarm set on it. You know what I mean? I'd have like lasers. There's just no way. I'm sorry. She's a murderer. She's capable of heinous acts, and you literally like, let's hook up.
So I am making spaghetti and meatballs. I have the recipe.
Okay, so why you have a pan full of frozen ass meatballs in there? That's not from the recipe, is it? Get a shitty bag of frozen meatballs. Speaking of which, I want to make myself some IKEA meatballs for lunch because I like those.
And I've got all the ingredients.
Some rice on there because the IKEA meatball gravy is good. I think I have a bunch
that I need. I just kind of cooked the meatballs.
Did you cook those? Sort of like you didn't kill your mother? Is that what we're saying? We're doing the backwards thing? What you mean is the opposite kind of thing? Is that what we're saying?
Just kind of warm them up a little bit because I kind of like it to be a little bit more cooked.
Is that what that is? Those look like they're made of cotton.
And I also put the little smokies. So a lot of people like meatballs, but like I like little smokies.
Yeah.
In my spaghetti.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna start.
You already started because you already made the smokies, and the meatballs. You already started.
So I've got my seasonings that has like bell pepper, onion, they call it Creole seasoning.
So she doesn't even chop her own vegetables. This is so romantic.
Fresh.
It's not. You don't get to open a container and be like, fresh. No, it's not fresh. Fresh is when you would cut the vegetables. You dumbass. Holy, she's short, right?
So I'm just gonna.
Has she ever used a stove before? I think it's this one or something. I don't know. I smell gas.
Saute these first. And then I have.
God. Here's my. Why did she have a recipe book out? Why does she have a recipe book when she's just gonna open a bunch of cans of shit and pour it in a. Here's my recipe. You're not following the recipe because it wouldn't say this. Okay. Oh my gosh.
The tomato paste.
Yeah.
The diced tomatoes with green chilies. Oh my.
That's literally what's in the pasta sauce. The other two things, that's already in there. Oh, this is going to be great making fun of her.
Spices. So I've got all my kitchen set up. Let's get to work. I'm going to wait until this heats up
There's not supposed to be knives there, I bet.
a little bit. Put a little bit of virgin olive oil.
What's something smoking on her thing there? Something's burning on your burner.
Okay, so I switched burners because I kind of like having the burner, the pot.
No, you switched burners because there was shit burning off on the burner and we saw the smoke. Why would you just lie about that? I don't understand why you'd lie about that. Why would you lie about that? Just be like, I switched burners because there's clearly some shit on my burner and I don't want to set the fire alarm off.
A little closer to the camera so you guys can see all the ingredients that I'm putting in.
Whoa, we could totally see it if it was on the other burner too. You murderer and liar. I mean, they go hand in hand.
Alright, so I'm going to start putting some this.
Like she's trying everything. Who didn't take the sticker off your cabinet? Or whoever had those before you?
I'm really short.
Clearly. You are literally nose height to the burner. That's... Again, why she's looking at this recipe book? Because it probably has a like, how do you make the meatballs? How do you make the sauce? She's just literally making it from packages. So interesting. She keeps looking at the recipe book like she's using it. That's really weird, man. Are you a sauce person on the pasta, or are you put the sauce in the pasta and mix it up type person? It's interesting because I'm a pour the sauce on the pasta because I like to have pasta later. Like I make a ton of pasta and I put it in this big container we have, but I put it in cold water. So when I'm ready to make it again, I can pull it out and put it in, like, it just makes it, I don't know, it works. But I don't put the pasta in the sauce. Like, that's psychopathic. This is stove fed.
I want to kind of explain why I am doing this romantic night for...
I want to see that picture that's above their bed. I just panned to the left a little. Let me see that.
Ken.
Ken?
He has been...
Scared of being murdered? Are you folding Ken's underwear on camera?
Throughout these last couple of months. When we
So he's been amazing, so you make him some shitty spaghetti meatballs?
found out we were
Thanks.
pregnant, or are pregnant.
Now, I'm not really super following the pregnancy thing. Is it actually Ken's baby, or is it like, are people like saying it's the other dudes? What's the story? Who those are a no? The no.
I guess I kind of just was worried that, like,
He was gonna leave me because
he
I'm a
would
murderer.
stay just for the baby.
That's probably why you're a murderer.
And I don't want that for him. Like,
What? What?
I want him to be happy, and I want him to want to be with me.
Well, he's not with you for that reason. I think a lot of people really think he's with her because she's making some good social media money. It's an easy relationship because she's clearly needs somebody in her life. She's very codependent. She's a murderer. I don't know. I have no idea how this guy goes to work and is like, hey, how's the murderer? I mean, your wife, how's she doing? Oh, good. Oh, good. She's at home making me dinner. Oh, is she? Would you like to come over for dinner? No. I'm good. I'd rather not. If that's okay with you. Eat a meal prepared by a murderer. That's not into it. You know, some people are into that, not me.
And so, I think I've been so distracted and consumed by all the changes that's going on in my life, like the divorce, pregnancy.
Murder. The murder thing. That's in there, right? The murder.
It's just a lot to take in.
Oh, not the murder.
And
Okay.
if I can do a few nice things for him to show my
Like not murder him.
appreciation, then that's just a small bit of giving back what he's given me.
So, let me get this straight. This guy's going to work every day. And the small thing you can do once in a blue moon is, and apparently it's the first time she's ever done it, is make him a meal? I hope you're kidding. Around these parts here, Kathy works, Dad makes dinner. Well, I usually cook anyway. I'm the better cook. Kathy's the better baker, right? But I like cooking and I like doing it. Oh man, it's doing all these like recipes on Instagram. Like I am in the recipe Instagram algorithm right now, and it's always at night, laying in bed. I have to wear glasses now. Like I have to. By the way, I'm getting old. And these recipes are coming up, like marry me chicken and marry me pasta and all these kind of like cream sauce things that are just like, oh, I'm starving at night for some reason. I get so hungry at night. And these recipes coming up, and I'm going to make every single one of them. But anyway, around here, if Kathy does a shift or 2 shifts or 3 shifts in a row, I do everything. Okay? Like I do everything. Kids in the morning, I do lunches, I do dinners, I do breakfasts, I do everything. I do the laundry, she folds it 2 to 3 business days later. So we have like a thing, but like it looks like she doesn't do anything because she admitted at the beginning, it's like, so he didn't leave me, so I made him some pasta. What is going on? 10 million followers on TikTok.
So Ken and I met in 2017 after he watched my HBO documentary.
Okay, let me stop you right there. I know you're the murderer here, but you're like, he's looked for you after watching the murder documentary to come be with you? And weren't you in jail in 2017? That's not a red flag for you? Are you okay?
And he wrote me a letter, and we became friends. And then
You were in prison for murder. This guy is... there's no way he has friends. No effing way this dude has friends if he's writing murderers' letters in jail. I would be worried about him too. Not gonna lie.
letters.
Who stands a murderer? I don't get it. It's not like she's a supermodel murderer either or anything like that. It's just like, what is going on in your brain that this is the girl that you're gonna write letters to in prison? This one.
Went to phone calls, and then phone calls led to a visit. And
To prison. She's all romanticizing it. And all those phone calls. Then he came and I was like shackled to a chair. He came to prison to visit. She's romanticizing visiting her in prison where she was there for murder. I cannot make this up. Oh my gosh, the world we live in.
on this visit, like we had been talking for about 4 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
And
Totes.
I just remember walking into the visitation room, and he was wearing the bracelets. I'm sure a lot of you have seen like the black and white bead bracelets. So
I have not.
that was a gift for us. So he had his black and white bead bracelet, and then I had mine that he had brought in for me. Well, he didn't know that he couldn't give it to me because I wasn't
I mean, he could have smuggled them in his prison purse, if you know what I'm saying. Beads.
allowed to take anything back with me. And so after all these years, he's kept it. And
Well, it's so romantic that he kept these beads for the murderer. They should make a movie about this romance.
so anyway, getting off course.
So anyway.
He shows up at the visit, and like we start talking like 37 minutes into the visit.
37.
We're talking about this TV show we were watching
Why 37 minutes?
at the time.
What?
And I just remember like he leaned over and just gave me the most like knock your socks off kiss
Prison socks, though. They're different.
imaginable. Like
That's inappropriate and weird. You're not even dating this guy and he just makes out with you in your prison visit. That's weird, folks. I don't know if you know that, but that's weird.
this was super romantic.
But then, so she met this guy while she's in jail, right? But when she gets out of jail, she gets with the other guy and gets pregnant by the other guy. And now this guy came back around after. Can someone fill me in on the tea? Because I have no idea where we are right now. What is happening?
Just like I had never been kissed like that. Like I had kissed people. I had kissed obviously one other person.
The murderer guy? That one? The guy you told to murder your mom? That one? That's the guy you kissed?
Before
Obviously.
that, and like never in life had I had a kiss like that.
Well, yeah, I can understand prison kissing is... This is so weird to me. I'm sorry. I cannot believe we live in a time where this exists. Where we're literally sitting here listening to this woman fold some dude's underwear who met her in prison, who came and kissed her in prison. She's like, oh my God, that's romantic. I'm sure it wasn't.
And so I looked at him and I'm like, I don't think we can kiss like this. And I don't know, we just went with it, and
What? So you just went with it? You said no, and then he went with it? Did more? What?
we just started kissing again. And
She just said, I don't think we should kiss like this, and then he did it again. That sounds like he did it without your consent. What?
then the guard walks by and then sees us, and she catches me and she's like, Miss Blanchard, what are you doing in the blue chairs right now?
We're romantically kissing and the guard came over and smashed me with a baton in the face.
And I'm like, okay. So my visit got interrupted, and then
So
I
romantic.
got, of course, a reprimand. And I go back into the visitation room, and I'm like, I might be in trouble. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And then they just decided to just terminate the visit. I got a write-up for it, and he got banned for 6 months.
Oh my God, so romantic. The romance is oozing out of her eyes, you know?
And so after that happened, we just continued writing letters and phone calls.
I'm
and
sure
we
you did.
became like officially a couple.
So, okay, then explain to me what happens after prison with this other dude. Because if they became a couple during prison, I was under the impression that she got out and was with another dude. What is the Gypsy Rose timeline? Someone tell me.
Until he could come back and visit me again, and he came back, and we had a much better visit this time around. Stood by the rules.
The rules of prison for murder.
We learned our lesson. And then we dated for 2 years.
While you're in jail, you're not dating. Can we be real here for a second? You're not dating somebody who's in prison because you can't take them on dates. Okay, you're literally courting a murderer. Let's call it what it is. Weirdos.
And he would keep coming to visit me while I was in Chillicothe. And we got engaged.
Okay, I'm confused. I'm so
We
confused.
kept deliberating. Do we want to get married in prison? Yes, no.
Yeah, it's romantic.
No. We thought about a January wedding.
I don't understand how you could call it a wedding if it's in a prison. Are you allowed to get married in prison? Are you allowed to like have weddings? Is that like what do you eat? What's the buffet like? Here we have some beans. It has a little worm in it. It's good still. Don't worry about it. And we have bread. Beans and bread. It's good. It is what it is. I made some toilet wine, so we'll cheers to that. It's nice. It's a little bit harsh, but you'll be okay. Ignore the brown floaty things. That's not what you think.
And I mean, ultimately, it was just kind of decided that
What's going on?
I didn't want to rob him of a real wedding. He didn't want to rob
So stupid.
me of a real wedding.
Oh my gosh.
So we called off the engagement.
So you couldn't wait till you got out?
Called off the wedding, but we didn't call off the engagement. And this was right around the time that the act had came out.
What's the
A lot
act?
was going on around that time. A lot of stress.
The act. Is that the show? The act. Gypsy Rose. TV series. The Act is an American biographical crime drama limited series that premiered 8 parts March 20th on Hulu. The plot is based on the life of Gypsy Rose. So it's a fiction. Interesting. It's on Hulu. So I wonder if she got paid for it. So Patricia Arquette, Joey King, and Chloe Sevigny. Interesting. Is it good? Someone tell me if it's good. Should I watch it? My wife might watch that with me.
Stress is really hard on a relationship.
Yeah, not prison. Stresses. Prison is not hard on a relationship. So he watched the show and is like, oh my God, is that what happened? I don't want to be with you anymore.
Some things occurred that opinions got to him.
Oh, opinions got to him. Dude, she's a murderer. Did you know that? Well, that's just your opinion. No, that's the opinion of the people that put her in prison.
And ultimately, he felt the best thing to do would be to let me live my life outside of the relationship.
Inside of prison. I'm sorry, she makes it too easy. It's too easy. What do you mean live your life? Like what? Day to day? What are you doing in there? See, that's interesting content. Prisoners who come out and are like, this is what it's like in prison, like watching, like I know that's really, because it's something you rarely get to see or be a part of. Like it's, again, you want to understand what it's like in prison. You don't want to go there, but like that's the, like I know Is that what she does? She get content like that? I'd watch that. But nah, like, and as soon as she has this baby, you guys, you know it's going to be full exploitation. Full on.
It was not what I wanted. It was not what he wanted. But there were so many opinions telling him, if you love her, let her go.
You love your life, let her go.
I wish he would have talked to me about it before.
He didn't talk to you about it?
The relationship. Because I would have told him how much he meant to me. And how much, like, light and joy he brought to my life. And losing him was so hard.
Now we have this ugly picture over our bed.
I felt like I lost my best friend.
Can she vote?
I did lose my best friend. And it's like, for 2 years, this person and I were communicating. I would tell Ken my deepest, darkest secrets. And
what other deeper, darker secrets do you have? Other than murder? You have other deeper, dark secrets? I don't think... Ken, I've got this deep, dark secret to tell you. No, we know. It's all documented. We know about the murder. No, not this. Oh, other things. Oh, well, I'm all ears, sister.
we just got each other like twins.
We're twins. Oh, okay.
I never had to explain anything to him. He just... He knew where I was coming from.
Did he?
And I knew where he was
He knows where murder is coming from?
And I always had a way of, when he was upset, I could word things in a way to calm him, in a way that it might change his perception of...
Calm down or I'm gonna kill you. I'm sorry.
Of the situation to where he would be calm about it. And then he had that same effect on me.
Did he? That's nice.
And so, you know...
This is crazy boring, by the way, too. If it wasn't about the murder thing and we'd be joking about it, I don't know how people could watch this. I have no idea.
Losing that was...
Is the spaghetti burning?
Incredibly painful. And I went on to be in a relationship...
You gotta stir. I think the recipe book probably says stir periodically, right? She has not stirred periodically. Shit's gonna burn.
Ryan, he went on to be in a relationship, and you know, it's one of those things that you always look back, like when you're...
Talk faster! Okay, sorry, I'm doing it.
Even when you're with someone, it's not fitting. It's like trying to force a puzzle piece that doesn't go, because you already met your puzzle piece.
You're a puzzle piece.
And it fits so perfectly without effort. And so that's how I felt with my relationship with Ryan. Yeah, I was happy.
You were in prison.
But I could have been happier.
Out of prison.
So, I mean, feeling that way day in and day out, lying next to someone, feeling like you're missing out, or...
Oh, so she's talking about being out of prison now with the other dude then? What's going on?
You're not where you belong. I couldn't live with that. So, you know, I made the decision to get a divorce, and, you know, it just...
And hook up with the other guy who wanted the other...
So happened that Ken's relationship didn't work out either, and so that led us to reconnect. And like I said, time and time again, like, when I go back and kind of change the timing of things a little bit, yeah, I mean, definitely could have waited till the divorce was final. But I'm a fool in love, so...
You're a murderer in love, too.
With all that being said, Ken and I have been through a lot together.
I'd say.
And it is such a blessing to find the person that you're meant to be with.
Is it?
After going through so much.
Murder. Going through so much murder. Right, got it.
That I really just don't ever want to take him for granted. I don't want a moment to go by that...
So here's some shitty spaghetti from Walmart.
He wonders, does she love me?
Well, the spaghetti will tell him. That's for sure. She must love me, because the spaghetti tastes funny and I'm getting dizzy.
Because
Alright.
I am so...
I just bought this bleach last week. How is it already half gone? What's she cooking with it? I'm sorry.
I am so in love with this man.
Why? Have you seen him?
In the 5 years that we were separated, I was in pain. I couldn't get over him. I always felt lost.
Yeah.
I always felt like my person.
So let me get this straight. This guy left this girl's ass after watching the movie because people had opinions about her being a murderer. Does that sound right? And so he's like, look, I can't be with you because everybody in my life is like, look, dude, she's a murderer. Maybe don't get with a murderer. And then something happened. He waited till after she got out of prison, realized her star was rising. She's making good money. This could be a thing. Let's take advantage of it. That's all I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. I could be wrong.
Was within reach. I just couldn't get to him. And I felt like the time that we had together while I was...
You weren't together. Can you stop saying you had time together? You were in prison. He was not in prison. That's not together. Okay? Write a letter. I don't even think you're allowed to have email. So, it's not like you're texting. You get a letter once every 4 or 5 days. That's not together. Okay?
Locked up. Like, we were robbed of a real relationship, of a real chance together. Like...
No, you robbed it. Because you are guilty of murder!
You know, most people, when they break up on the outside, they know that their relationship is not going to work, and they know that they did everything they could, like they had a real shot. But we didn't have that. We were robbed of that. We couldn't.
You were not robbed.
Couldn't have
You made choices. One of those choices being to murder. That's what made it so you couldn't.
a normal relationship at that time. And so now that we can, like, that is something to treasure. That's something to hold on to.
Mm-hmm. Treasure it.
I just can't express enough.
Treasure it with spaghetti. That's like the treasure love with shitty spaghetti. That's a shirt.
How happy you make
Murder.
me. I'm like, I'm so emotional.
Oh my god.
Because we're having a baby.
Again, are we all sure that it's his baby? Are we sure?
Baby together.
Are you sure? You might have made it with the other guy, though, too, right? That's a possibility. Who is the baby's father? Okay, I gotta go to the Snark thread, I guess. 6,000 members on this Reddit forum. Woo! This is interesting. This is post 18 days. I'm finally caught up in life after lockup, and I swear 6 months in Gypsy's life is like a solid 5 years in others' lives. She got out of prison, moved in with her husband when she had never lived with anyone other than her mother, traveled for interviews, appeared on Good Morning America, The View, The Kardashians, looked at wedding venues, got a tattoo, got a dog, had major dental surgery, changed her hair, split from husband, deleted social media, got rhinoplasty, filed for divorce, started seeing her ex, reactivated social media, got another tattoo, announced pregnancy, and now more interviews. Not throwing shade, but damn girl, aren't you tired? I mean, she got a lot to catch up on, I guess. It is a lot. Is this a Stan page or is this a Snark page? Anyway, I don't know.
And that is such a blessing.
Such a faker. Oh, social media.
The fact that I am so blessed in my life to have a family that loves me. A second chance at life. The man that I truly love back in my life. And we're starting our own family. Like, that's something to hold on to.
Shut up, murderer.
And never let go.
Yeah, never let go. Unless it's the life of somebody.
Alright, I'm done. I'm sorry, we just went on a whole tangent. Okay, so it's just about 9 o'clock, and Ken should be getting off of work any moment now.
So she's wearing lingerie and she's gonna feed her husband shitty ass spaghetti. How long's it been cooking there? That shit's not gonna be good, man. It's not gonna be fresh.
So let's set the tone.
Ew, don't set the tone. That was... If I walked into the house and Gypsy Rose Blanchard was my wife and it was all dark, I'd be like, can you turn the lights on, please? I'd be looking for traps and shit. Is that a towel? It's not even steaming, it's cold. Never, ever leave me. Oh, never will you be unappreciated. Never leave me!
Okay, so I just got home from work, and Gyps surprised me with her
Gypsy.
famous spaghetti here. So
Okay, you don't get to be like, it's her famous spaghetti. This is the first time she's ever made anything, so it's not famous at all, okay? And she used a recipe, but then didn't do the recipe.
the first time she's ever cooked for me, so I'm excited to try her cooking.
I'm sure you are. Did you try this first, honey? You have first bite. You take the first bite romantically. Please.
It's really hot, though.
Is it? Because I don't see any steam coming off it. I think they're laughing because it's not hot. So romantic.
It's very good.
Good.
Very good.
He has to say that or she'll murder him.
Good. Okay, I'm
10 out of 10.
good.
What happened after?
First. And then I have the pasta sauce, the tomato paste, the diced tomatoes with green chilies, all my spices. So I've got all my kitchen set up. Let's work. And wait until this heats up a little bit. Put a little bit of virgin olive oil.
See, look, it's just burning here, a little bit here. And that's fine. Just let it burn off whatever's going to burn off. Turn the fan on up there.
Oh no.
Okay. You're overreacting.
One that caught on fire.
It's not catching on fire. And if there was fire, you're just making it worse because it likes oxygen. Dumbass. Okay. Are you serious?
Die if this thing catches on fire.
Please don't say the word die.
I'm not gonna lie, Ken set the kitchen on fire a few days ago. So I'm really terrified doing that again.
So she's showing you right now that she lied. I put my pot over here to be closer to the camera, and then she showed you that she's lying.
You're never gonna get much again. It's fine. You just need to stop. Anyway, this one. See how this turns out.
Okay, it's off, crackhead. Let's go. Are we just gonna ignore that? And we're gonna lie. Thanks for watching the Murderer Show. It's so silly. Anyway, that was silly. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is, though, a goldmine of snark because she's a murderer and then she's trying to make spaghetti. So, it's fun to... it's fun, and we'll continue to make fun of her because she deserves it. All right, everybody, take a huge-ass Friday breath. If you happen to be married to a murderer, do me a favor. Be careful out there, okay? Just watch your six. All right, good. Because you're amazing, incredible, valuable. You need to stay here. You need to be around. Because you're awesome, okay? You're great and amazing. And your legs are smooth, I think. We'll see you when we see you.